So biometric digital ID is now required to buy food in Iran. They are the first country to roll this out. You want to eat, you have to have the mark. This is way out, y'all. Those people in Iran, the Iran is biometric digital ID in order to purchase and buy food. I think we all know what time it is. It's here.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Blessings and salutations be to the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's Akim Mahalalia coming back with another lesson. Lord, would it be edifying? Hey, brothers, we're here. We're in these times. It is here. The scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, because it should surely come. It should not tarry. And now it don't look like it's really tarrying too much longer, because I mean the signs are here, it's evident, and this pretty much clears it. You know, this proves it. We saw the Jake guy on the video going into how the biometrics, how you're going to need a digital particular ID in order to eat and buy and sell to some sort. Noticing what they was trying to do here in America, I want to say a couple of some short years ago. I think it's supposed to be back in October. By the 1st of October, they was talking about how everybody had to have a digital ID or the real ID. And they were talking about this back in 2017, 2018, by like 2020 or something like that, that everybody was going to be required to get this digital ID or this real ID. And it looked like this is the whole concept, because the elites, man, they want to harness raw power over people. You see what I'm saying? They want to harness raw power over people, and this is their whole plan. This is their whole method of the New World Order. Like we've been telling you, Israelites, man, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that this devil, he's getting ready to come down with great wrath, man. Okay, so it says the new digital rations for subsidized food were announced following a spike that the global cost of wheat. And we just found out that we have literally 10 weeks, 2 months, 2 weeks supply of wheat in the whole earth, okay, which is going to lead to dramatic shortages, lead to riots, chaos, anarchy, pandemonium, and the list goes on. All right. And the men of the Lord, once again, we've been prophesying this through the Spirit, for years to come. And now the fruits of the labors, the prophecies, everything is finally manifesting itself. But yet you got our people that's still blind and oblivious and thinking they can sidestep this fact, when in fact you're going to have to go through the straight gate. You either go through the straight gate, or you go through the narrow, or you go take the broad path and be destroyed. Because one thing about it, once the MOTB becomes mandated, people are going to have to comply to it, or they're going to be pretty much casted out or put to death. And that's where it's coming down to. And this is the reason why the elites are starving out the global markets. It's the reason why they're liquidating everything. They're pretty much stealing resources from countries, from nations. And they're rationing things out, man. Okay, liquidating. Because basically, if you go into the book, which is called Behold a Pale Horse, it goes into how the bankers, I think that book came out like in 1984, if I'm not mistaken. But it goes into how the elites, they pretty much was building up all their businesses and their establishments to the point that they can be so self-sustained, to the point they can destroy their businesses here. Like Walmart, Target, you know, places like McDonald's and stuff like that. What they can do, they are self-sustained. So what happens is they can finance their own shipments and goods, while mom and pop businesses are forced to suffer and close down. Like 2020, the Novid, you know what? A lot of mom and pop shops lost their businesses, man. You know, they lost their credibility, their credentials. And the ones that did survive, they're barely hanging on by a thread. Okay. And with this whole new monkey business they're talking about, which a lot of you goofies out there, you went and you got juiced up. Now, you're testing and you having shingles, which they're calling it the monkey business. And this is the result of you people taking the juice, man. Okay, now you're breaking out with this whole monkey business nonsense. And we told you that you was going to have adverse effects from taking that, but a lot of you didn't listen. Now you're getting ready to be turned into something that's unseemingly natural. All right, because coincidence, what are the freaking chances that they already got juice for the monkey business? The hell? They just discovered it not even a whole week ago, okay, which they've been known about it because this was a simulation that they were planning for ages, okay, because I've seen some of the documents stating how they was going into certain phases of this thing, okay, by stage 2, which I think stage 2 of phase 2 is supposed to be like towards the end of the year, then phase 3 by spring and May next year, etc. And it's going to continue to roll out. So basically, they're crippling the world's economy. Okay, they're bringing these manufactured pestilence, which everything is really done through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But Esau is working on the left-hand side. But you people out there, man, you're not seeing it. Okay, you think that this is just a matter of coincidence, and there's no such thing as coincidences, man. Okay, so it says here, Iran has announced it will be rolling out digital coupons to ration bread to its citizens as it cut back bread subsidies, which the country's president says are being wasted. It says the government will offer citizens digital coupons that will allow them to access a limited amount of bread at subsidized prices. And subsidized goes into like a fixed price, like what they say subsidized leasing. Subsidized leasing basically goes into like debt to ratio income. Like if you make $1,000 below poverty limit, and I'm just using that for an example, you may have or be qualified for 0 rents or $25 rent. That's subsidized, man, when they can kind of ration it out and give it to a select few. That's what it means by subsidizing, man. But it says as subsidizing prices while the rest of the available market rates, which market rates are pretty much markups, man. Like if you buy a house or you rent an apartment or a condo, market going rate will be probably a 100 to 200% markup outside of the actual price, man. So an apartment that may go for $600 a month, market value, they can say, well, this is on the market for $940, because if it's a high demand for that particular property, they can choose and they can fluctuate the prices based on the best form of profiting, man. So if they feel like, well, look, this person can afford $1,000 a month in rent, we gonna sell this $600 unit for $2,000 a month, and they gonna sell it, okay, which is usury at the end of the day. All right, but it says the food rationing can be enforced via Iran's biometric national identity card, which started phasing from 2015 and which is now issued to all new applicants for all renewals according to minority rights. It says the card includes a smart chip and stores biometric data, including iris scans, fingerprints, and facial images, and is already being used to access a variety of government services. And you know what, man? I'm going to say it like this. You Israelites out there that don't see that the MOTB is going to be the charagma, okay, the R to the F to the I to the you know what, hey man, the Most High just clearly not dealing with you, because yet all this evidence is coming out about the digital infrastructure that Esau is setting up right before our face, and yeah, you stupid jakes out there are still trying to negate the fact, man. You're negating the fact. This is evident. How much more evidence do you jakes out there need, man? Well, you know, brother, it's an embargo. How in the hell is an embargo? How in the hell is it Christianity? How in the hell is it great nations and small nations? And we're clearly seeing that this is a digital infrastructure that's being rolled out, man. That's why the Most High is going to start judging a lot of you men in these camps. The ones of you that's teaching against the true scriptures, man. Okay? And it says here, the news outlet noted that many cash-strapped Iranians have come to rely on Iran's food subsidy program, and they did that on purpose, man. That's the reason why the price of gas is going up. Like, gas shouldn't be no more than 99 cents a gallon, okay? For one thing, it's harmful. It's harmful to the atmosphere, and it's clearly harmful to your vehicle's emissions. But yet, the shit is damn near $5 on average across the nation, okay? And it's going to go up. But they're doing that to get you people to bow down to this system, like we said. And it says, indeed, one agriculture researcher, Christian Westbrook, has pointed out that for the 50% of Iran that lives below the poverty line, buying at market rates not an option. According to FBN Global News, the market prices are about 7 times higher than those of subsidized currency, like we said, because they're being inflated, man. And this is done on purpose because they starved the people out to the point that they got them to bow down to this global system, man. And this is what they're going to do to you peons here in America. And it says, so it is not an opt-in system, said Westbrook, who founded the Ice Age Pharma podcast in a commentary on Iran's new plan. It says it may be presented that way, but this is telling the people of that country who depend on these bread subsidies, now they need to go and sign up for the MARK. Damn. Isn't that ain't enough evidence, right? It says the Iranian president Ibrahim Raisi cited corruption and wasted as the motive for the new digital coupon system, which would be enforced in about 2 months. And what's the chances that this whole thing is getting ready to implode within 2 months? Okay, the whole wheat infrastructure. It says digital coupon system, which will be enforced in about 2 months for subsidized bread purchases, will later include other subsidized foods such as chicken, cheese, and vegetable oil, which you need oils and flours to fry the freaking chicken. It says today's subsidies are being wasted and the people are witness to corruption and discrimination in the regard. But how can we let this continue? Okay. And it goes on from there. I'm not going to read the whole article. I mean, this is the point. This is just what it is. It says he predicts that the prices of food will rise to the point of being unaffordable. People will be forced into these handouts from the government, which they can control you with that, which he noted are essentially being called by the Rockefeller Foundation to provide nutritional security. What are the chances? The Rockefeller, right? Come on, man. These are the elites of the world. And we can look up the Rockefellers and bam. John D. Rockefeller, man. Okay, a philanthropist. Full name is John Davison Rockefeller. He founded the Standard Oil Company in 1870 and 1880 and exercised virtual monopoly over oil refining in the U.S. Both he and his son, John D. Rockefeller Jr., established many philanthropic institutions, including the Rockefeller Foundation in 1913. What are the chances that the Federal Reserve was established at that year? Okay, when they was coming to protest it, and all of a sudden in World War I kicked out a year later. That shows you that these devils are sinister, man. But it says in New York City was built in the 1930s. Okay, also going into the American Medical Association, which was heavily founded by the Rockefellers, which the Rockefeller is the American counterpart of the Rothschilds, man. Which the Rothschilds, I believe they're based in Switzerland, okay, and parts of the UK, but mainly Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the world, the way that the world is going in, man. And hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai said this will happen, and the prophets said it. Okay, so this is the book of Psalms 33 and 10. It says, the Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. Okay, because the so-called white man is the heathen, but yet he's testing these products and these methods and these destructive methods on these heathens, man. Because somehow, some way, he managed to destabilize Iran to a point that they're playing ball with him now, when allegedly they were supposed to be a sovereign country. Okay, and we know Syria is supposed to be a sovereign country. Like this guy, what's this guy, General Assad. All right, they was at conflict with this guy for years to go because he wasn't trying to bow down to the Western regime. So therefore, America set up rebel groups to go in there to destabilize the infrastructure and set up puppet leaders in these countries, man. The reason why they're doing their bidding. You got to pay attention to when a society or a country all of a sudden changes its play method and they start playing bad with the West, man. Like in Ukraine. Basically, Ukraine is is a tool of America, man. Because you got Nazis that pretty much hijacked the government. And then you got the regular Ukrainians that welcome the Russians because they're the same people. But it says, the Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught, and he maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Right. This is nonetheless a device by Satan, man. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring the device of the crafty to naught, because they're not going to get that new world order off the ground. Okay, according to Job 5 and 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Right, and this is the enterprise, the new world order. So in the midst of them setting it up, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to throw a monkey wrench in that shit, man. And we're already out here foretelling it. So therefore, people are already looking at this place with a side eye, man. Okay, and that's going to make the so-called white man roll on us because, hey, we're bringing out his shit. All right. This is the book of Psalms 37. And I'm going to start at verses 7. It says, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him, and fret not thyself because of him who prospered in his way, because it's appearing that Esau is winning, and that he's going to take the victory. But reality of it is Esau was scared, man. Okay, Esau is on a run for his sovereignty, man, because he knows that the Lord is coming to take him out of power. And it says, because of him who prospered in his way, because of the men who bring it wicked devices to pass. Okay, this is a wicked device. All right. This is completely wicked. Digital bread rationing with biometric IDs. Why do you need that in order to get food? Okay, because that's the so-called white man. Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and them that dwell in it. But woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he have a short time. Reason why gas is getting ready to go up. Hyperinflation. 2 months supply of wheat. Okay, the oil markets, man. Okay, bread, flour, oils. Okay, different grains and oats getting ready to skyrocket. Deodorant then went up. The little 99-cent deodorant, that shit is like $1.40 now. Okay, just a regular thing of degree. Hey, it's like $3.25. This is why it's good for brothers to know, good thing we got the brotherhood, man, and the sisters in this thing, because, they make soaps and stuff like that. But brothers, getting the learning how to make your own shit, man, your own soaps, etc. Because all this stuff that they're creating, it has nothing but chemicals in it, which we've been poisoned by. Because we've used them for so long to the point we're poisoned by these chemicals. But like the scriptures say, my people should eat poison to live, But nonetheless, hey, the time is nigh, brother. So I got one more precept, Revelation 13:16. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many that would not worship the image should be killed. The image is the system. And you're seeing that they're they're replicating systems in different parts of the world to see how it's going to work. Because look at this movie called The Velcro Experiment. It's a big experiment at the end of the day. And they're watching how the other nations are playing ball. So therefore, when it comes to the West, everybody is going to be susceptible to change. All right. And it says here, and he causes both all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the MOTB in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay. And this is the whole concept. End game, the MOTB. And that no man might buy and sell, save he that had the mark or the MOTB or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of this beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 And we broke that down so many times to the point brothers can break it down in his sleep, man. But we're going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and above all.